Now, then and now. So, if you look at the first level, before 2018, there was less than 100 crores of stadiums, different play areas being constructed, and most of them were from the central government. There was a very small amount being spent by government of Meghalaya from its own resources for infrastructural development in terms of sports. Sports associations, MSOA, football, hockey, you name it, wrestling, badminton, all the associations that are there, they used to get negligible amount in terms of annual support, in terms of fund. And you can ask them this. I'm not saying this. When you take this presentation back, I'm going to give you copies of this. So you can go through each line and you can verify each line by calling these associations, by calling the chief engineer, you can call the officers, everybody. So there was no support for any associations. So associations were on their own, functioning on their own without any support. There was no training program, or negligible I should say, or no talent identification. This is a very important thing. I'll share with you, I hope there's a slide on talent identification in the next few slides. Yeah, there is. So talent identification was not being done. And there was only one international event co-hosted, which was the South Asian Games before 2016. And one slide we did not put out here was that before 2018, the previous Meghalaya Games was in 2003 or 4, if I'm not wrong. So 16 years we didn't have Meghalaya Games. And in the history of Meghalaya, there were only 2 Meghalaya Games before 2018. So that's another important slide. You can note that down. It's not here mentioned right now. So only 2 Meghalaya Games took place before 2018. And after that, of course, 4 Meghalaya Games since 2018 to now have taken place. Now, what has happened in the last few days? Last few years? This is what's happened in the last few years now. First slide is this slide. We have been, right now, projects worth about 1,000 crores of infrastructure since 2018 is being implemented as we speak. These are real things that are happening. So there's a huge jump. So there's been and that's just in a matter of 6 years to 7 years time. So when we talk about the importance that we give to sports, it's not just about the speeches we give. These are factuals, and we can obviously give you the breakup of the exact chart of where the infrastructures are coming up, and I'll show you some more pictures also later on. We give almost close to 2 crores of grants to the different sports associations every year now. And this is all again happened because of the sports policy. If you remember, we came out in 2019. That is what the guiding force was for us. We have almost close to 50 crores is spent each year on sports events, including legacy infrastructure. Now I want to focus on this a bit because you have to understand what this means. Now, roughly to organize a Meghalaya game, anything between 30 crores to 50 crores is required depending on the location and the overall size of the event and the people who participate. Now, what is important is almost 60% to almost 70% of that money is actually spent on legacy infrastructure. So, for example, we spent say 40 crores in the YJ games. Out of that 40 crores, touch plus minus, almost close to 25 to 26 crores was spent in completely revamping all the schools, all the colleges. You go to Kyangnangba today, it's a completely different building to what it was before the games. You go to the Polytechnic, again, completely transformed. Because we have invested in those infrastructures, we have created, an asset there. We are using it for the Meghalaya Games because now children are getting good place to stay. And after the games are over, within a week's time, that asset belongs to the college. 8 crores plus collectively dispersed as cash incentives. Yeah. So this is the infrastructure that came up. This, of course, this is the JN Stadium, which is now all this section has come up in JN Stadium. As you can see, capacity has gone up to almost 60,000. This is the integrated complex that's just coming up behind the JN complex. You can see the construction going on right now as we speak. Again, it's about a 100+ crore project, and this will be completed hopefully by the end of this year or mid of next year. This is, of course, the PS Sangma football stadium. Sports complex, but this is the football stadium. The sports complex, this is about 40+ crores. and the indoor stadium, which is right behind this stall in the back here. That is the indoor stadium, which is the larger part of the project, which is about 70 crores, which is being implemented. But we'll be coming up here with this northern, the western stand, if you look at from here. The western stand will be coming up, which will add another 4,000 to 5,000 capacity. This is where that wall had collapsed, if you remember, which was the old construction part. So this is the new part, the north, south, and the east stand. So west we did not touch earlier, but now that the old construction has gone, so we thought that it's an opportunity maybe for us to put up another stand out there. This is of course the YJ football, where we had a very wonderful program yesterday. Next. Yeah, this is a great, largest football stadium, dedicated football stadium in the country. 40,000 capacity in one location for football. And there's nothing else that's going to be played inside here. And this, as I said, is going in line with our objective and our goal to make Meghalaya as the sports capital and the sports state and the hub for football especially in the country. And therefore we realize that to be able to host the large events, to be able to host the biggest matches, you know, the national level matches or international level matches, we're happy that an international match is going to happen very soon. I'm sure all of you are aware about it. But these kind of things will lead to that kind of attraction and make Shillong the hub and Meghalaya the hub for football in the coming days. This is to give you an idea about how while we look at infrastructure, it's not just about infrastructure. It's really about how the sports persons will be able to, So this is the cash award scheme. Just a rough idea. The scholarship that we give, the cash award scheme that we give. Yeah, so again, these are the events that we have. So we've been hosting large number of events. We need to so we'll be, based on the policy that we have created, we would want to come up with proper action, sports action plans for 2023, 24, 32, so that we are able to following in order to be able to achieve those goals that we have. So again, just to share with you why I'm showing you all of this is because a lot of times you just see that one